Ahead tonight at 9, a packed house as D.C. weighs in on the future of RFK Stadium.
I don't want to see another stadium there.
A congressional building taken over by scores of protesters demanding a ceasefire in the Middle East. A high-speed crash leaves a police sergeant paralyzed. The alleged driver, no stranger to the law.
He does this intentionally to bait officers into chasing him, as if this is some sort of a video game.
Hi, everyone. We're in store for a major warm-up forecast in a moment.
Empty offices all around Arlington. The county's challenge to fill them and the consequences if they don't.
The station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us for DC News Now at 9 o'clock. I'm Chris Flanagan. My co-anchor, Thosmi Mahfouz, has a night off. Tonight, the future of RFK Stadium front and center. Hundreds of residents meet with Mayor Muriel Bowser to object or support a new Commander Stadium in Northeast D.C. Marielle Carbone live for us tonight in Kingman Park, where that meeting is just wrapping up. And Marielle, this is the first time neighbors are sharing the results of a citywide survey on what should happen on the old stadium site.
Yeah, that's right, Chris. We know more than 2,000 people participated in that survey, and more than 2/3 of them say they do not want a new stadium here at the old RFK site. It was a sentiment we heard overwhelmingly tonight at that meeting as neighbors confronted the mayor. In a packed house, neighbors cheered at the idea of no new stadium at the RFK site.
Well, I don't want to see another stadium.
The stadium makes me nervous.
Wednesday night, a few hundred people turned out to a meeting held by the Friends of Kingman Park. The group discussing the future of RFK and a recent community survey which found 67% of participants do not want to see a new football stadium.
I'm not in favor of the stadium.
Adrienne Wright says her mom lives nearby. She worries a new stadium will displace her.
What would happen to her and where we could relocate her if this would happen?
I don't think it's enough room for the type of stadium that they're envisioning.
Daryl Graham wants to see something everyone can enjoy.
Green space, maybe swimming pools, tennis courts.
Others want housing.
There are people that families of four, that there aren't enough housing, affordable housing units in the city, and here's an opportunity.
These are not either or.
Still, Mayor Muriel Bowser says the space, which includes 174 acres of asphalt right now, can fit a variety of development there together.
Our first and most pressing task is to get control of the land and make sure that we can create a plan that we can fund to transform it for the residents of the District of Columbia.
And Bowser says what we know right now is that the current state of RFK, it is unacceptable. So something needs to be done. Chris, some of the other results of the survey that people named as concerns include the use of taxpayer dollars for a new stadium, an increase in public drunkenness, and an increase in things like crime, carjackings, and public urination out here. Reporting live in Northeast D.C., I'm Marielle Carbone, DC News Now.
Marielle, thank you. Oh, you're taking a live look right now at the U.S. Capitol. Roads in the area now back open. All is quiet again after a day of chaos. This afternoon, U.S. Capitol Police arresting some 300 protesters. You can see here they gathered in the Cannon House Rotunda, demanding a ceasefire in the Middle East. The Cannon House building is a congressional building near the U.S. Capitol. The protesters arrested are part of a group called Jewish Voice for Peace. They describe themselves on their website as the largest progressive Jewish anti-Zionist organization in the world. Now, the protests coming as President Biden heads home to Washington after a high-stakes trip to Israel. The president says Egypt's president has agreed to open a border crossing into Gaza to allow in 20 trucks of humanitarian aid. The White House says that aid will start moving Friday at the earliest. We have much more details on the president's visit coming up at 9:30. Capitol Police say they charged at least 3 people with assault on a police officer. Many of the demonstrators were handcuffed and escorted out of the building, but many were waiting outside carrying signs in support of Palestinians. All right, now to that developing story. A Montgomery County police sergeant paralyzed after he was hit by a driver going more than 100 miles per hour on I-270 this morning. Sergeant Patrick Kepp was trying to stop that 19-year-old driver. But according to Montgomery County Police, that's when Frederick Mayorga swerved towards Koepp and hit him intentionally. Mayorga has run into trouble on the roads before. His court records show that he has faced dozens of previous traffic charges.
This is what he does. He does this intentionally to bait officers into chasing him, as if this is some sort of a video game.
Well, Sergeant Koepp had actually arrested Mayorga a few months ago on that same stretch of highway when he was going 136 in a 55-mile-per-hour zone. County leaders say it was a quick work of their officers that saved Koepp's life today. Well, Sergeant Koepp has been recognized in the past for his efforts to prevent impaired driving and received awards for his work. Our Michaela Newton has that part of our coverage.
Patrick Koepp isn't just a Montgomery County police sergeant. He's also highly praised for the work that he's done in and for the community.
Sergeant Koepp specifically, both when he was a police officer and when he was a sergeant, was recognized and received this honor. This is our Law Enforcement Award of Excellence in Impaired Driving Prevention. He received it in both 2020 and in 2021. He's nominated by his chief in Montgomery County, and this isn't just for the number of DUI arrests that he had accomplished either of those years. It was for overall leadership, something that he still exercises to this day.
Montgomery County Police Sergeant Patrick Koepp is known to some as a public safety hero for his work in the community to try and combat drunk driving. Most recently, in 2021, Koepp was a recipient of the Washington Regional Alcohol Program Law Enforcement Award and 6-time winner of Maryland's Impaired Driving Enforcement Award. Kurt Erickson, president of the Washington Regional Alcohol Program, says Koepp is significant in more ways than one to the community.
When you have somebody out there that embodies, to protect and serve, that's trying to protect us from dangers and is harmed in that way, that's frustrating. No law enforcement agency is immune from these type of tragedies.
He's also a high school and college referee. Aaron Skolnick, who works closely to Koepp as a member of the Washington District Football Officials Association, tells us in a statement, quote, Pat is an amazing official, working both high school and NCAA Division I college ball. And even more importantly, he's a good person. We are all in shock today. Sergeant Koepp remains at a local hospital, but Kurt Erickson tells me that he is praying for him and his family. Reporting in Montgomery County, Maryland, I'm Michaela Newton for DC News Now.
We have viral video tonight of an armed robbery at the Wharf in D.C. You can see here this black sedan pulls up to an upscale restaurant. 4 men jump out, point guns at restaurant goers, then drive away. Tonight, people are alarmed by the brazenness of this attack. Ahead at 9:30, we hear from D.C. police, including one captain who says we should all be concerned for our safety when we go out. Meanwhile, in Prince George's County, parents and students expressing concern after the principal at Charles Herbert Flowers High School was placed on administrative leave. Tonight, school leaders held a meeting shortly after that announcement. Our reporter, Yamari Sase, was there and brings us a story from Springfield.
Students and parents demanding that Dr. Gorman Brown, principal of Charles Herbert Flowers High School, return back to school.
All of the ones that you see up there that have been touched deeply and encouraged by Dr. Brown, by our leader, the one who has intrinsically crafted relationships with us, is gone.
In a letter to parents and students on Tuesday, Prince George's County Public Schools says Dr. Brown was placed on administrative leave, but many don't know why.
Do you have any idea why he was suspended?
I do not know. He takes care of the students, and for this to happen, it's really upsetting.
We all deserve to know when our principal is missing. You may say that we don't need the details, and that is fine. It's not why, it's what. So I need you guys from here on out to make sure that you're transparent, because it seems like there's dishonesty.
Superintendent Millard House II says he can't speak on the issue right now.
That's not something that I can share details in and around. The students made it very clear that they wanted more information at an earlier time frame. Heard it loud and clear.
But students say they will continue to speak out until Dr. Brown returns.
Rules without relationships will breed rebellion.
Reporting in Prince George's County, I'm Yamari Sase, DC News Now.